up we have Ty Morton.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Ty Morton, and I'd like to be the next at-large city council person for the city of Muncie. It's popular for politicians to start speeches like this with the phrase, "We are at a crossroads." And sometimes it starts to sound like a cliche, but Muncie is at a crossroads. And the difference is that we've been here for a very, very long time. So we've spent a lot of time standing around arguing and bickering and fighting amongst ourselves. We've allowed disagreements to become grudges and grudges to become feuds. And while our infrastructure crumbles around us, our city and county fights with each other, the branches of our local government try to outmaneuver each other, and even within the local parties, people are trying to undermine each other. So what Muncie needs is people that can be across the table from somebody they disagree with and still function. What Muncie needs is people that can work together on ideas that aren't their own, embrace the good ones regardless of who gets to take credit for it. And Muncie needs people that can just be civil in their discourse with one another. And if we were to accomplish just that, that would be a 100% improvement in the way the city operates compared to how it operates now. That's how low the bar is. That just being civil and decent to one another is such a huge accomplishment. I think that we need to do more than that. Muncie has some serious financial problems ahead of us. Like them or not, the tax caps are here to stay. And if Muncie is going to function, if it's going to be primed for growth, if it's going to be attractive for new investment, we're going to have to find a way to get a handle on our city's finances that works within that structure. Now, it'd be really nice if Muncie had a lot of fat to trim. We could just cut it all off and that would be it. But Muncie was actually already pretty lean in terms of municipal spending before this crisis started. So, especially compared to other Indiana cities, there's really not a lot to cut. Now, is there money to be saved? Absolutely. There are redundancies that can be consolidated. There could be better, or in some cases, any use of available technologies made. And there are ways that we can cooperate with the townships and the county to consolidate on the cost of some of our common necessities and save money that way. But at the end of the day, cuts aren't going to do it all by themselves. So we have real needs. We have police cars that need to be replaced. We have fire stations that need to be repaired. The city hall needs renovation. The mayor's office is understaffed and under-equipped. I mean, I could stand here all night and go down this whole list of things. And cuts alone are not going to pay for those. We need to come up with new revenues. Now, I know people are going to hear new revenues and think that I mean new taxes. And that isn't necessarily the case. There are lots of ways for the city to generate revenue that don't involve raising any kind of tax, either directly through a LOIT or indirectly through surcharges on utility bills. What we need are people that are going to explore new ideas, get creative, and craft sustainable and practical solutions. I already have some of these ideas in various stages of development, and they've come about from working with people like Linda Gregory and people like Mark Knatzer that can generate millions of dollars in revenue for the city without raising anybody's taxes one penny. So, I mean, it can be done. But even still, we need to do more. We need people that understand the difference between power and leadership. Power without leadership is negative and obstructive. Power with leadership gives us bullies. And one of the things we can all agree on is that we're sick of the bullies. Leadership, on the other hand, brings people together. It sets them down a common path, and it inspires them to be leaders themselves. Now, if you elect me to be on the city council, I will promise you three things. I will be open to working and talking with anyone and everyone who sincerely wants to move the city forward. All the options on the table, all the discussions out in the open, all the decisions completely transparent. Not everybody may like the outcome, and not everybody may get what they want, but at the end of the process, nobody will be able to say that they weren't listened to and they weren't heard. So, I'll also promise to explore every available option for help for trying to come up with ways to resolve our city's financial problems. And when those are exhausted, I will look outside the box for some more. So, now, what I'm not going to do is blow smoke up anybody's skirt and stand up here and say there will never be a new tax. Because the day may come when that is simply unavoidable, and anybody that tells you otherwise is trying to sell you something. But you can rest assured that if that day were to come, you would know that it was truly a last resort and not just an easy answer. And finally, I promise to try and work to be that leader that we need, to bring people together, to set them down that path, and get Muncie moving into a direction off of this crossroads where we have lingered for far too long. My name is Ty Morton, and I'd appreciate your vote.